So right now we are at 27 Rocks Lane here in London, England. And behind us is a building that serves as the apex of one of the most disturbing sagas in all of English history, the Westminster VIP ring. Right behind me, this place is still a house. There are people living in there, but it's known as the Elm Guest House. We've talked about this extensively in the video already at this point, but this is where those parties were happening. This is where all of these crimes occurred. Now, according to the government, to the British government, none of that alleged criminal spree ever happened. This ring of criminals never existed, and this is nothing more than a house that was once an old hotel. But to those who know, to the people who actually understand that these things are real and have happened and will continue to happen until we do something about it, this is one of the darkest places in the entire city of London. I would be very curious to see the interior of the home, to see the layout of what it's like in there. This is where people like Richard Kerr were brought. Richard was brought from the King Cora Boys Home, and he was deposited here to be used by men. There's countless stories, hundreds of stories of what happened here inside of the guest house, and yet officially none of that's true. None of that ever happened. Disturbingly, some of the more graphic stories that have emerged from here are reports of children being bound, tied up, chained up violently while they were being filmed, and some people have alleged that those assaults went as far as to become murders, and that there were multiple kids that were killed inside of this house behind us, and that the British government has covered up the entire thing since day one. Now, I am one of those people that believes that this is a massive cover-up. You can feel the energy radiating from this place, even just standing here on the street. I mean, I've researched this story for years now. It's shocking to be standing here. It's like looking evil dead in the eye, looking the devil straight in the face, and all it does is stare back at you. This building can't talk, unfortunately. We will never really know what happened, but I guess you say that, but we do know what happened here. We have testimonies from lots of people about exactly what happened here. So we do actually know, but the extent of what exactly transpired, the true list of names, all that stuff is lost for now. This is the starting point of this whole story, and it's really the finale point. But we wanted to come here to see what we can do. Now, I'm gonna forewarn you, we are about to use a little bit of paranormal investigating. If you clicked on this video and you didn't know that we were gonna do some paranormal investigating, I'm really sorry. This channel is the Paranormal Files. For years, we have used our tools and devices to communicate with people that have passed on and different energies. And they've told us some really shocking things, especially in our Midnight Productions documentary about that snuff film ring in Arizona. So that's what we're gonna do here. We're gonna be parked outside nearby. We are gonna do an Estes method session and see if we can communicate with any souls that might be in the area. Because if there were kids that were murdered here, that energy would definitely still be around. And it would be very restless, unsettled energy, I would imagine, based on our research and investigations in the past. But this is one of the darkest places, truly one of them. I can't believe someone lives in there to this day. And officially, it's nothing more than an old house.
It's crazy. I mean, the fact that with a lot of these stories, they get covered up, they get called a hoax, and it's really just a deterrent and make people who are coming out with their stories and being super vulnerable with their life and all the things that have happened to them, to be able to just call them a hoax and say that their life is a lie, their experiences that they've had are not true. I mean, it's terrible. Half the people that we've talked to in London, even people who love conspiracy theories, love true crime stories, they do not know about this place.
It's not even half, it's every single person.
Honestly.
We haven't met one guy who's known what we're talking about.
So, I mean, they did a good job. They covered it up. The people who live here don't know about it, and that's why we're here today.
So before we begin our paranormal investigation, I want to remind viewers of one of the witnesses who claimed that they saw something, who was a neighbor in one of these houses. They actually stated that when they walked by the guest house right here, they saw a group of naked men inside of that window right there, doing God knows what. which is really strange. Something you see in this case throughout this entire thing is eyewitness testimony, victim testimony, the testimonies of a lot of people not only being ignored, but purposefully being forgotten with intent. The disappeared lists, the dossier that went missing, the letter that was thought to be destroyed but miraculously was found. There's just so much that exists about this place, and yet officially none of it exists, if you catch my drift. But it was in that window right there where that witness saw that group of naked men. And it's just eerie to sit here and imagine not only that, but to imagine what else was happening in there just behind the closed curtains. So, for those of you who have never seen our videos and have never seen Paranormal Investigation, we're not claiming this is 100% authentic evidence of what we're claiming. We are just doing our best to research this story in a new way that's never been done by investigators. So, this is a spirit box. This thing... Oh, shoot. This thing... Catalytic. Shoot. So this thing rapidly scans through radio frequencies. People believe that these are frequencies that we can't hear with the human ear. So by scanning through these at a rapid rate, you might be able to hear a voice or receive some sort of communication from an energy that is not human. We also have this device, which is called the Tempest. This thing... Having made a mistake.
Never done that before.
I mean, no. This is an Ovilus type device. Basically, it takes a reading of EMF energy. What the fuck? What's that?
I don't know.
The light just randomly went to like 500. What is that?
The control's not even on the top.
Show that, dude. Show that really quick. That's actually really fucking weird.
Brightness control is on the side.
I've never once ever seen that happen.
No.
Ever. Filming hundreds of videos. The light just randomly grows super bright.
If anything, it'd get darker.
Yeah, that's really peculiar. So you got this device. This is an Ovilus device. It measures, of course, it's gonna speak right when I'm explaining it. Juke. It takes a baseline electromagnetic frequency reading, and when there are fluctuations, it puts that fluctuation deviation through an algorithm, gives you a word. That's the same premise as this device. So far, this device said shoot, which I think is strange considering the murders. To anybody from this area who knows the Elm Guest House, my name's Colin.
My name's Connor.
We just want some answers here. Monologue. So whatever you can give us about what happened here, please tell us any information that you have. Valletta? V-A-L-L-E-T-T-A. Is there anybody here with us right now who can speak?
Megawatt.
Don't shout. Megawatt. Is there anybody here? It's just me. Chief Medical Officer.
And that would be a government official.
Playhouse. Orthophosphate? What the fuck? Alright, whoever's here who's giving us these messages, can you tell us your name? Children? Hospitals. Across the coast. Can you tell us who you are?
Do you remember what happened on this street?
Drowse. A lot of the kids said that they were given sedatives and obviously alcohol to make them white noise. White noise when we're using the spirit box. That's weird. And also this says Euglena. What happened on 27 Rocks down the street?